Hi guys, it's Fantasy Lore. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Wheel of Time books, including the prequel, New Spring. So, there will be major spoilers, so if you have not read the series, watch at your own risk. Number 15 is Crossroads of Twilight. This is my least favorite Wheel of Time book because it's very slow at some points and just doesn't have as much action and world building and stuff as the other books do. Then, in number 14, is The Path of Daggers. This is one of my least favorites because it's very slow at some points. It's the beginning of the slog that most fans know about in the middle of the series, where it's very slow. However, this does have a very interesting moment with the using of the Bowl of the Winds, which is a very cool moment. Next, I have Winter's Heart, which, like Path of Daggers, is very slow. However, it picks up near the end and has one of my favorite moments in the series with the cleansing of Sidene by Rand and Nynaeve and the fights against the Forsaken around Shadar Logoth. But the slow moments weigh it down. Then I have the prequel book, New Spring. It's good, but there are some slow moments, and it isn't as good as some of the others. However, it is cool seeing Candor and how Lan and Moraine met. Next, I have A Crown of Swords. This is a very good book, but you get the beginnings of the slog. However, it does have an amazing moment with Nynaeve breaking her block and finally surrendering for the first time in her life to open up to Sidene, which saved her. And there's a lot of good scenes with Mat, and you start to see the Golem in this book. Then I have at the beginning The Eye of the World. This is a very great introduction to the world. It has a lot of Lord of the Rings related stuff, so that is okay in some parts, but he changes it up a lot near the end. And it has a very surprising twist near the end, with Lan being revealed to be the Dragon Reborn. My next is The Great Hunt, and this is one of my favorites. It's better than Eye of the World, especially because of the big battle at Falme in the end, and when Mat blows the Horn of Valir, and when they defeat the Seanchan. Next, I then have The Dragon Reborn, the third book in the series, which is very good because it's the first one that ends on a big, one of the defeatings of one of the Forsaken, with Ishamael being defeated and Belal, and you figure out Lord Gabriel is Lavin, and is infiltrating and taking control of Andor. And you have one of my favorite moments with Mat, where he defeats Galad and Gawain with a quarterstaff, which is a great moment. Then I have Fires of Heaven, which is another great book, but it's just not as good as some of the ones at the top of my list. This has a lot of cool action with Mat in the Battle of Cairhien, and in Andor with Lan defeating Lavin, and then also one of the saddest moments in the series, where Moraine sacrifices herself for Lan to kill Lanfear through the doorway to Rangorial into the world of the Finns. Then I have Knife of Dreams, which is another one of my favorite books, especially the raising of the Golden Crane and Nynaeve's speech about Lan and the Malkiri riding again for Tarwin Gaidan and Tarwin's Gap, which is a very exciting and inspirational moment. Then I have Lord of Chaos. This is a great book. It is slow at some points, but when Rand gets captured, it gets really interesting, and especially the Battle of Dumais Wells, which is one of the best moments in the series, and it was really and it's a very interesting part to read about. Then, for third place, I have The Gathering Storm. This is my least favorite of the ones that Brandon Sanderson helped to write. However, it was still very good, especially Valen's reveal at the end and Egwene defending the tower. But really, Valen's reveal is one of the best moments in this series, in this book, and it's very surprising and really helps me to want to read more of this book. And it was a really good turning point in the series that I did not expect. Now, for second place, I have two books tied because I could not pick between these two. The first one that's of the two-way tie is Towers of Midnight, because I really liked Palin forging his hammer. Hopper's death in the World of Dreams was extremely sad. That really hit me in the gut, because Hopper is one of my favorite characters in the series. Getting Moraine out of the Tower of Genji was a really awesome moment as well. You have some good Matt stuff, I believe, but I'm not sure. But I believe this is the book where Matt finally defeats the Golem, which is a really awesome moment. And the attack on Caemlyn near the end, which really kickstarts one of the main theaters of the last battle, is a very interesting moment. And then the other one that it's tied with for second place is The Shadow Rising. Of the first 6 books, this is probably my favorite, just because there's so much Palin stuff, land stuff, and you get a little bit of good Matt stuff. Some of my favorite spots in this book are the way back to Langolial, when you see Matt in the world of the Ilfin, where he gets the Ashendari, or whatever the spear, sword, quarterstaff thing is, and the Foxhead Medallion. Also Palin, this is the book where you first actually see Slayer, and figuring out that Slayer is Lord Luke is a very interesting and intriguing moment. And the whole battle of the Two Rivers, the White Cloaks, it's a very interesting part of this book. And that's why these two are tied. Now, for my number 1 book is A Memory of Light, the last book in the series. I like this book the best because it has one of the best endings in fantasy, after up there, tied with Lord of the Rings. And Robert Jordan and Sanderson did a really good job on this book, and Sanderson ended the series after Robert Jordan's death amazingly. It has some of the best moments with Palin hopping in and out of the World of Dreams and blocking Balefire, making Balefire go out of existence. I believe that was also in Towers. He did this in Towers of Midnight as well. And then you have Land defeating the Dark One with his speech about it not being about him, but about everyone else. Like Palin, a man whose family was killed, but he stood strong in his sorrow and protected those he could. And about Matt, a hero who said with every breath in his body that he was anything but a hero. And I thought that was a really cool moment. Egwene's death was very sad when she faced Mazrim Taim. Demon Dread's death from Lan was an awesome moment. Also, Moraine returning was great. There were a lot of good moments in this book, and that is why it takes my number 1 spot. So, let me know in the comments section below what you guys think are your favorite Wheel of Time books and why. If I got anything wrong in this video, let me know in the comments section. And please hit that like and subscribe button. Bye guys, see you next time.